His message is not for everyone. It isn't meant to be debated, dismissed, or delayed. It is sacred. It is personal. This is the reply to the silence you've been enduring, the confirmation of the questions you carried but never dared to ask. You thought no one noticed. You believed your pain was invisible. But I have been watching you all along. Stop whatever you're doing, because this word is for you, only you. Don't skip it. Don't scroll past it. Don't silence your spirit. I, the Lord your God, am speaking, and what I am about to reveal will overturn everything you thought you understood. They tried to break you. Yes, you were right. Your heart didn't deceive you. The pain was real, sharp, undeniable. The betrayal wasn't just a misunderstanding. They looked you in the eye and still chose to wound you. They twisted your name, mocked your kindness, mistook your purity for weakness. They thought your love was fragility, your silence was lack of strength, your forgiveness was their victory. But they didn't realize who was standing behind you. I was there. I was present when they whispered in the shadows, when they laughed at your struggles, when they prayed against you while pretending to use my name. But they never knew me. They wore the mask of holiness, yet their hearts were far from me. And I do not ignore mockery. They plotted your fall, but their schemes backfired. They dug a pit for you, only to stumble into it themselves. What they meant for harm turned back upon them. Not because you fought, not because you cursed, but because I heard the sound of your tears louder than their voices. I saw your trembling heart in the secret place, and I declared, enough. You didn't need to fight for yourself. You didn't need revenge. I took it personally. I heard every insult, every word spoken against you, when they said you would never rise, when they mocked your faith, when they claimed you were finished. And I laughed. Yes, I laughed, because they thought they could cancel what I have chosen. They thought they could stop what I have anointed. But I am not a man who lies. I never start something I will not finish. And what I began in you is eternal. You survived. They never saw how close you came to breaking, how many nights you wanted to disappear, how often you prayed just to feel numb. They don't know the hidden conversations you had with me in the darkness, but I do. That is why I acted. Now their plans are unraveling. The liars are being exposed by their own lies. Those who pretended to love you are being revealed in truth's light. Some are losing what they once used against you. Some are watching their own relationships collapse. Some are haunted by the very words they spoke. And some are weeping the same tears they caused you to shed. This is not cruelty. This is justice. But listen, this wasn't done only to punish. It was to protect you. Because they would never have stopped. They would never have let you rest. They would never have celebrated your growth. You tried to forgive. You tried to move forward. Yet they returned with new rumors, new traps, new weapons. And I said, no more. I am not exposing them to shame them, but to free you. I am opening your eyes so you stop blaming yourself, stop wondering what you did wrong, stop thinking you deserved the pain. You didn't. You were never the problem. You were the threat. They hated your light because it revealed their shadows. They resented your favor because it wasn't theirs. Your pure heart reminded them of how far theirs had fallen. And now, you will see it too. Very soon, through a message, a conversation, a moment, something will happen that confirms everything I've spoken. When it does, don't let bitterness take hold. Don't let your heart grow hard. Remember who fought for you. Remember this word. While they tried to destroy you, I was preparing to bless you. Behind the scenes I was aligning the right people, opening the right doors, setting the stage for your breakthrough. Your reward is near. Not because you were flawless, not because you never doubted, but because you remained faithful in the fire. You chose kindness when you could have turned cold. You stayed loyal when you could have walked away. You stayed humble when you could have shouted your innocence. Now I will honor you. I will vindicate you. I will raise you up in front of those who tried to bury you. I will place you in rooms where your name was once ridiculed. I will give you joy in the very places you once wept. And it will be done in such a way that no one, not even you, can take the credit. So do not fear exposure. Do not fear what is about to be revealed. It is not to break you, it is to break the curse. You were attacked because of what you carry. You are not ordinary. You are a bearer of legacy, of light, of truth. The enemy knew that if you ever discovered your worth, he would lose his grip forever. That is why they came after you, not because you were weak, but because you are a danger to darkness. Now hear me clearly, guard your heart when the news arrives. When apologies come, when tears flow from those who wounded you, remember, you are free. You are not bound to their pain. You are not responsible for their downfall. You are responsible for your healing. Walk in peace. Do not return to the battlefield. I have already cleared it. Forgiveness doesn't mean you must give access again. You can release them, you can pray for them, but you don't have to let them back into the space they once poisoned. This is your new beginning. Your freedom doesn't need to be loud. It is sacred. It is quiet. It is holy. That is why the battle around you was so fierce. That is why it felt as though attacks came from every direction, because what you are about to step into will be greater than anything you lost. I am restoring genuine relationships. I am sending favor that will find you without effort. I am healing wounds in you that you didn't even realize were still open. Soon, I will show you why it had to happen this way. They tried to destroy you, but their plan collapsed. It failed. And now, something holy is unfolding in your life. You are rising, and nothing can stop it. Not even you. Don't skip this. Don't ignore the pull in your spirit. I am here. I have always been here. And I am not finished with you yet. The best chapter of your life has not even begun. You survived, and now you will live, fully, freely, without apology. I, the Lord your God, am speaking. My beloved child, listen carefully. I waited until this very moment to release this message because the appointed hour has come. This is not to be brushed aside. This is not to be delayed. You are being drawn into a divine encounter that has already begun. And the words I speak now will separate you from danger and lead you into your assignment. Do not ignore this. Do not skip this. This is me, your God, stepping into the battlefield you didn't even realize you were already standing in. They tried to destroy you in secret, through whispers, through hidden meetings, through mocking smiles. They moved like shadows dressed in kindness but dripping with poison. And yet, you loved. You trusted. You gave. You extended your hand to those sharpening knives behind their backs. You tried to be light in a place that embraced darkness. And because your heart was pure, they wanted to shatter it. But something unexpected happened, something they couldn't prepare for, something irreversible, sealed in heaven the very moment they struck against you. Because when they moved against you, they triggered my intervention. Heaven fell silent for a moment when they attacked. Angels stood still. Even the clouds paused in their movement. And I, your Father, your defender, the one who calls you mine, leaned forward on my throne and marked that very hour with judgment. You didn't see it. All you saw was betrayal, loss, confusion. You saw faces disappear, love grow cold, pain grow louder. You wondered why your tears were unseen, why you suffered alone. You thought I had forgotten, but I hadn't. I was writing. Yes, I was recording every word spoken against you in secret. Every message sent in the dark. Every agreement made to erase you. They were confident they could ruin you. They laughed at how quickly they thought they could break you. But what they never understood is this: they didn't build you, so they could never break you. I need you to understand what happened. Sit with this moment. Open your spirit. I am about to reveal why everything shifted. While they plotted destruction, I released reversal. While they set traps, I made the ground beneath them collapse. One by one, I uncovered their hiding places. One by one, I exposed the rot they buried. They never expected it. Something terrible didn't happen to you, it happened to them. A woman who carried your secrets twisted them into weapons. A man you honored used your loyalty as leverage. A friend you trusted sat in a room of enemies and stayed silent while they plotted. But I intercepted their plans. I confused their schemes. I turned their words into blades that pierced their own hands. And I sealed it. I declared, "This child is untouchable from this day forward." Do not dismiss this. Do not let the enemy convince you this is just another message. This is spiritual evidence. You were not imagining the heaviness. You were not wrong for sensing betrayal. That tension in your chest wasn't just emotion, it was me waking you before they could finish what they started. And they failed. Now they are panicking. One of them lost something deeply valuable because of what they did to you. That wasn't coincidence. I removed it. I shut it down. I allowed divine interruption. I am still God, and I will never allow my children to be sacrificed for the pride of the wicked. Yes, they thought they had power, but I stripped them silently. I took away the illusion of control they used to manipulate your path. And now I am making all things new. Even as you read these words, things are shifting. People are watching, wondering how you are still standing. But I know, because I am the one holding you up. They whispered that you would lose your mind, that you would quit, disappear, fall so hard you'd never rise again. But you rose. And you are still rising, because my Spirit is lifting you above their reach. You were never ordinary. That is why your opposition was extraordinary. And now I am rewarding you publicly for every private tear. Unexpected blessings are on their way, blessings that will silence every voice that mocked you. Doors are about to swing open, doors nailed shut by the hands of those who despised you. But when I open a door, no one can close it. Now hear me clearly. Stop grieving the people I removed. Stop mourning what I interrupted. I didn't cut off those connections to punish you, I did it to preserve you. You were trying to build your future with people who would have destroyed the foundation. You tried to love what was only sent to test you. But I removed them. And yes, it hurt. But if I had not stepped in, it would have destroyed everything. I gave you signs. I gave you dreams. I stirred your spirit in the middle of the night. Yet you remained still. You believed, and I honored your heart. But now I need your focus. You are stepping into a season that requires separation. The next level of your journey carries a cost. That cost is often being misunderstood by the very people you once would have given everything for. But let me handle them. Don't waste time chasing explanations. Don't beg to be understood. Simply obey. I am the one lifting you. And those who once tried to bury you will stand from below, watching as I set your feet on higher ground. They will know it was me. They will remember they were warned. They will feel the weight of what they attempted against you. But it will never touch you, for I have shielded you. I have surrounded your name with fire, placed angels around your dwelling, and covered your heart with peace. Something terrible happened, but it wasn't to you. It was to every spirit that tried to curse you and failed. It was to every lie spoken against you that turned back on its sender. It was to every plan launched to destroy you that collapsed. In my presence, you are covered. You are chosen. You are mine. And I have the final word. So walk, not in fear, but with fire. Walk as someone who has seen the enemy's schemes and yet survived. Walk with the awareness that heaven has released orders on your behalf. You are not ordinary. You are anointed. And now you are about to witness my glory revealed in ways that will make every silent season worth it. This is no accident. You were meant to read these words. Archangel Michael stood guard as this message was released. He was present when their plans were exposed, and he still watches, standing between you and every weapon aimed against you. Something terrible happened, but I was greater. This is your resurrection. This is your reward. This is your vindication, carried out by my hand. You've asked me why they did what they did. You've replayed their faces, their voices, their betrayal. You blamed yourself. But hear me clearly, it was never your fault. The moment you stepped into your light, the darkness in them began to choke. You were never the problem, you were the exposure. Your spirit unsettled their demons. Your peace disturbed their chaos. Your growth reminded them of everything they refused to become. So they attacked. They plotted. They twisted truth. But the same hands that tried to break you now tremble in fear of what happened next. Do you want to know when everything shifted? It wasn't when you found out. It wasn't when they left. It wasn't when you cried. It was the moment you refused to retaliate. The moment you stayed silent. The moment you chose release instead of revenge. That is when heaven rose to your defense. That is when angels were dispatched to fight on your behalf. That is when your name was spoken in rooms your feet haven't even entered yet. Because I honor restraint. I honor obedience. I honor those who trust me to fight for them. And I am fighting. I have not overlooked your pain. I have counted every scar, every sigh, every hidden prayer. I saw the nights you felt abandoned. I measured the weight placed upon you, and I made you stronger even when you felt weak. I was building endurance in the middle of exhaustion. I was shaping a warrior in the middle of a war you didn't even know you were in. Now it is time for you to reclaim what the enemy tried to steal. They laughed at your loss. They mocked your stumbling. They celebrated your delay. But what they didn't know is that delay is not denial, it is divine strategy. While you thought nothing was happening, I was shifting the battlefield. I was removing what would have poisoned your promise. You called it stillness, but it was strategy. And now the release is here, sudden, swift, irreversible. I have prepared a table for you in the presence of your enemies. Now it is time to feast. But hear me, not everyone can join you. There are people you must leave behind, no matter how long you've known them. Not because of hatred, but because they cannot carry what comes next. Their motives are not pure. Their hearts are divided. And I will not allow divided hearts to stand near your elevation. Trust me. I see what you cannot. Some of you are still seeking approval from the very ones who betrayed you. Stop. That voice is not from me. I didn't create you to shrink. I created you to shine. That's why they attacked. Not because you were weak, but because your strength exposed their insecurity. Your light revealed their shadows. Your honesty uncovered their deception. That's why they lied. But even now, I am redeeming your name. I am rewriting the story. In the days ahead, those who ignored your value will be forced to watch others celebrate it. I am placing you in rooms you never applied for. I am opening doors you never knocked on. I am answering prayers you forgot you prayed, because I never forget. I saw your sacrifice. And now you will see my supply. They tried to destroy you, but look around, you're still here. Breathing. Reading this. That means their plan failed. That means my purpose prevailed. That means the worst has already passed and the best is being born. Yes, challenges will come. But now you're ready. Now you're equipped. Now you carry wisdom forged in fire. And nothing, hear me, nothing, they attempt from this point forward will succeed. Some are still trying, throwing darts in the dark. But they don't know I have already reversed the curse. What they meant for evil, I've already turned for good. Their accusations will become your elevation. Their betrayal will become your breakthrough. Their curses will become your confirmation. Because when I call someone chosen, I do not take that calling back. And you, my child, are chosen. This next season will make sense of the silence. It will redeem the waiting. It will turn the pain into purpose. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are right on schedule, my schedule. Behind the scenes, I've been arranging people, places, and opportunities for your arrival. And now, the time has come. But listen closely. Before you step into what's next, you must release the weight. You cannot carry yesterday into tomorrow.